Kalispera to all the urbanists out there. I have heard that Paros, the Greek island in Cyclades, is what Mykonos was about 20 years ago. It's quickly becoming a hot destination for nightlife and for resorts and for really heavy tourism. So let's check out the island of Paros and see if it's worth it here in the Cyclades in Greece. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from. And this is the first time I'm really exploring Paros. I have no plan, no agenda, just wandering around. Let's see if we can even find the main town area. I just came off the ferry from Naxos. Cost me about 15 euro. And this is the main ferry port. So it connects to Naxos. It takes about a 40-minute ride on the fast ferry. On the slow ferry, it'll probably be a little bit more, like an hour and 20. And ferries are very easy to book. I use the app called Ferry Hopper. Highly recommend it. It's really good. So let's see what's up. What's up in Paros? What is there to do in Paros? There's a coffee shop here, Cultivos. They're pretty good. I like them. They're from Athens. Hello, May from Kentucky. Nice to see you here, May. Paros is way drier than the other islands, but still a fairly big island on its own right. So there's also, we can go to Antiparos, which is where Tom Hanks lives with his wife, Rita Wilson. And then President Barack Obama were known to go to Antiparos and visit Tom Hanks. And right here is the ferry over to Antiparos. That's cool. So if you make a stop over to Paros, you can hop around also via boat. You don't need to walk or rent a bike if you don't want to go to that little other island, or to go to the other beaches around the island itself, Paros. So let's see where Paros is. We are in the Cyclades. Cyclades. Naxos is that very big island. It's the biggest one in the Cyclades. And then right next to Naxos, that other island is Paros. It's like the mini-me of Naxos. Further down, all the way in the bottom, we have Santorini. And then on the other side of Naxos, opposite of Paros, is Mykonos. So those are the different islands. And of course, there's other island chains here in Greece. Master says, it reminds you of Alaska. Why is that? Is it because of the islands? The amount of island chains around? Yeah, I can imagine. Hey, Evangeli says, enjoy your vacation. I am enjoying my vacation. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. So immediately, I just had a quick orange juice at the cafe. Immediately could tell the difference of atmosphere between Naxos and Paros. Naxos is a lot more families, from what I've noticed. People who are kind of going to have a more chill time. And just by overhearing conversations here in Paros, I can tell that people are here more for partying and for the beach and clubbing. So let's see what's up. This is a nice church. Oh, I want to ride one of these. I gotta rent one of these. Antiparos is a wonderful island, says Evangeli. Oh, I'm so glad you think so. Tanya says, it looks busy, the restaurants. Yeah, restaurants are always busy here in the major Greek islands. Suzette says, it's nothing like San Juan. Greek islands have a wonderful charm on the league of Old San Juan. people kiss these icons, so you'll see kiss marks all around these. This is a Greek Orthodox church. I should go to Kolimbithres in Paros. Ooh, thank you so much for a beach recommendation. I was wondering what's the best beach. How hot is it here, says Alexander? Like 95 degrees Fahrenheit? Daryl says, are you enjoying Greece? Very, very much. Very much. Jan says, oh my, stay cool. Indeed, yeah. Very important to stay cool. I don't see too much of a town here. I wonder where it is. I saw some photos of a town that looks similar to Hora and Naxos, which you saw yesterday on my live stream, or to the tiny streets of Santorini. That's a cool wooden boat. Look at that. Wow. Hey, Dave says, it's great to see you today. Hey, Dave, I'm so happy to be in. Thank you so much. Susie as well, tuning in. Colleen, Ron, Alexander, Suzette, Evangelie, MZ. We got so many people tuning in. Ooh, this is cool. Of course, souvenir shops. It wouldn't be a Greek vacation without souvenir shops. Ooh. They have Paros postcards. This is a great postcards. Every island has their own postcards, which is awesome. Susie says, so you are on perpetual vacation. That's the life I chose, Susie. Indeed I did. It's the life I chose. It's a hard life to submit myself to perpetual vacation. This is a supermarket. Christine says, big car culture. Yeah, this is a much more car heavy island. I wonder where that little town center is. Maybe I'm walking the opposite direction. No, it doesn't look like it was on the other direction. Feels bad. Well, nonetheless, the beaches are this way, so let's check out the beaches. So many beaches here. You get a beach for every day of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Some beaches are nice and soft, some beaches are hard. Some beaches are rough, and some beaches are fairly easy. It's a lot of beaches. This is a cool fishing boat. It's the other direction, says Evangelie. Oh, okay. All right, let's backtrack. Evangelie, thank you so much for letting us know. All right, appears to be the other direction. Let's backtrack. Otherwise, I'll be walking on the road that just leads to the beaches, but there's not that much to see walking. Marie says, Ariel, what type of beaches are you talking about? Strictly the sandy kind. The beaches you take a swim. I'm not sure what you're thinking I'm talking about. I got 99 ferries, but a beach ain't one. Christine with a $5 super chat. I appreciate that, Christine. Thank you so much. Christine is sponsoring the, let me know, what should I have? I will have ouzo at some point. Ouzo's best shared with someone. So I'll meet a Greek person, not in this island, I'm not too optimistic, but in one of the other islands. And we'll have some ouzo live. But let me know, what should I try here in Paros? Oh my God, look who has arrived. Frank, Bob's best friend, decided to go for a Greek vacation. Hit up the Greek ladies here. Sebastian says, how was the beach? I didn't go to the beach today, but I went to the beach yesterday in Kufunasia, and that was amazing. It was mind-blowing. Truly one of the better beaches I've been to in my life. The only other beach that would match it is Culebra in Puerto Rico, which is an island off the coast of Puerto Rico, and it's also sublime beaches, an area called Flamingo Beach. How many islands are there, says Tanya? A lot. Is that there's islands that are not inhabited. There's no people living on them, and some rocky outcrops, but there's a lot. I'm not sure. I think it numbers in the hundreds. Maybe we gotta go this way? Let's see. Susie says Crash Boat Beach is lovely in Puerto Rico. Yeah, Puerto Rico has some of the best beaches in the entire world. But here are the Greek islands as well. Paul from Melbourne. Here's the town. All right, good. What is there to do in the town? It's crazy hot. Sue says, just got to see you live. Where are you? Please tell me. I am in the Greek island of Paros in the Cyclades. Cyclades is famous for Mykonos and Santorini. But I'm going to the other islands to check them out. All right, who wants to rent an ATV? Let me know. Which ATV should I rent? This is almost Urbanus Orange. We got Urbanus Orange ATV. Off-road broadcast. Tanya says, ooh, do it. I'm so tempted to rent an ATV. I've never ridden an ATV, so it's a bit intimidating. All right, let me show you a map of Paros right over here. So there's organized bus tours, that's awesome. You can take cruises that are just for the day. We can take like a tiny little ferry and go from beach to beach as well. Body says, try a souvlaki with yogurt. Yeah, tzatziki, very common here. Kebab is less common. Souvlaki is more common. Though I think they're almost the same thing. Justine says, let's go shopping. Yeah, I assume there's some great shopping here. Ooh, a barber shop. Who wants to get a haircut? Let me know. It's pretty desolate here. I think no one wants to go out during the day or everyone's at the beach. Makes sense. There we go. I'm glad that there's cell phone reception here. Hopefully I don't jinx it, but Naxos just has poor cell phone reception here since it's much more touristy island. Some big name celebrities have visited. Some great reception. Wow, gigantic bakery right over here. All right, now we finally have reached the tiny little streets. If you are reminded of Venice, it's no coincidence, because the Venetians have had a lot of influence in the Cyclades. Excuse me. Stephanie says it's a shame you have to go in the hottest time of day. I hope you're well hydrated. It'll be great to see episodes at sunset. Yeah, I've wanted to do more episodes on sunset, but I'm staying in the island of Naxos, and there's no cell phone reception in Naxos, so I couldn't really do a sunset. And I kind of like going live during the day, despite the heat. Night, sometimes things can get rather crazy, especially I assume an island like this. So it's kind of nice to go when it's a bit quieter. Pari Pari says, which country you're most interested in? The one I'm currently in, Greece. It's captured my attention. I love exploring it. There's so much more to explore. So Nightbot says that Naxos is 87 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't believe it. It feels way hotter than that. Janice says, pretty town. It really is a pretty town. I'm enjoying it, yeah. Evangelie says, excellent, you found the downtown. I'm glad I did. Thank you so much, Evangelie. Round of hearts to all the Greek viewers out there. They've been so kind to give me great pro tips as to where to go, how to navigate some of these streets. So round of hearts to Evangelie and many of the other Greek urbanists out there that have been so kind to tell me more about their wonderful country. Almost says Daybot would have better accuracy. Nightbot is the only automated chat bot for YouTube currently. There's like Streamlabs, but apparently it's not so good. Ludo says, many tourists or locals. Here it strikes me as much more touristy. Naxos, I did see a lot of Greeks. Naxos was kind of evenly split. But here it strikes me as mostly tourists. This feels like Mykonos light. I haven't been to Mykonos yet, but from what I've read and just the vibe I'm getting, this feels like way more heavy on the tourist. Oh, there's like some fortifications up here. Check it out. Nancy from Chicago, welcome. Glad you're tuning in from Chicago. Hey, Iran. Hello, Almo. Keith says, is English widely spoken in Greece? Yep. Many Greeks are proficient in English. The younger they are, the more proficient they are. It's just due to the generational difference. I think people from my generation and younger have started learning English from a very early age, and they consume a lot of media in English. older generations, the very old generation, my grandparents' generation, I think you'll find less English, though you can exchange a few words. Because I've met quite a few elderly in this past few weeks. And yeah, it's not as fluent, but you can still exchange a few words. Wow. Well, let me see that fortification before we go down this beautiful street. That pink flower is called Bucambilia. 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 Ooh, Bucambilia. Yeah, Bucambilias are gorgeous. Wow, Naxos barely has pigeons, but there's more pigeons here. Beautiful pigeon, wow. Oh, this is a Frankish castle. Wow. Imagine building this before the age of the crane. Now, they did have animals of burden, and they seem to have used different stones that they quarried from other things. It's all kind of a mishmash of different stones. Sean says, wow, look at that building work. We'll see. Built in 260 AD by the Venetian Duke of Naxos, which is the island right next to us, where I'm staying, with architectural building materials from ancient buildings that existed on the hill in the lower city, where the ancient town of Paros extended. The castle has an elliptical shape with a rectangular tower incorporated in the castle walls. They are distinguished architectural parts from the archaic temple of Athena, the ancient temple of Kore, which was in the city, and from the Ionic temple of the 5th century as well. Wow. This is a tower from 260 AD, but it has pieces from ancient temples. A waitress says, when I worked in a Greek restaurant, everyone's name was Nico or Gus. Yep, there's also Yorgos and Panayotis. That's kind of the most common names. Nikos, Yorgos, Panayotis. I haven't heard Gus, but it might be a shortened version of Yorgos. Maybe. Oh, there's a pigeon up there. Oh, pigeons have made this their home. People have made this their home. There's someone inside this building. Steve says it looks like 1260. Yeah, 1260 AD. Did I, by mistake, say 260? 1260. 1260. Stephanie says Gus is short for Costas. Okay, Costas. Thank you. Costin Costas. Caroline says it's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I love the building material in these buildings. Cool to the touch. You can be in the hot baking sun all day, and these buildings are cool. There's no heat here. That's fascinating. Greece is on another whole level, says Brian. Yeah. Let's check this out. Wow. All right. I'm loving this. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. So it seems Paros is still has a very strong community, local. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. Wow. Susie says, fun twists and turns. Oh yeah. This is stunning. So we're seeing a few islands in the distance. I'm not sure what the islands we're looking at. I don't think we can see Naxos. It's probably on the opposite side of us. So if anyone recognizes that island, do let me know. Is that Syros? I don't know. And then there's another island here. And the ferry traveling. Pamela says, exceptionally clean and uncluttered. It's obvious people have pride in their island home. They do, yes. They do indeed. Sean says, remember the movie Summer Lovers? No, never seen it. I've been trying to find movies that take place in the Greek islands. The only one I know is Zorba the Greek. So if you have any other recommendations for Greek island movies, I'll be curious to check them out. Nudo says, you're in heaven. Oh, yeah. This is a cool church, too. Look at the cross made with tiling. And the proud Greek flag up there. Weather's looking great. The weather's amazing, yeah. Great for beaches. Is this church open? Fortunately not. Yeah, it's great for beaches. Great for hanging out in the sun. This is just amazing, amazing weather. It's certainly hot, but it's worth it. If you're coming here and worried about the heat, because I know a lot of people are asking me a lot of questions about the heat, don't fret. You can go to a lot of these beaches during the day, and especially in the island like Paros. I haven't seen them personally, but what I read so far is that there's a lot of sunbeds and beach bars, which you can take cover in and just enjoy the beach during the day. And then later at night, everything's open. There's so many shops, so many souvenir stores, clubs, restaurants, bars, taverns, home-cooked meals, street food. Everything and anything that you want is open pretty late here, sometimes until 12, 1, 2, 3 a.m. So don't worry about lazing during the day, taking it easy. Don't worry about it because you'll have plenty of stuff to do at night when the sun goes down. Is there humidity here? No, Carolina. That's the Greek islands remind me a whole lot of Puerto Rico. The big difference is the humidity. Puerto Rico is very humid. Greek islands, no humidity, or at least the Cyclades, no humidity. It is a very, very dry part of the world. And as I mentioned a few times already, it's perfect for beach going because if you have gone to the Caribbean a lot, you know one of the pains, especially if you're going to more of the humid areas, especially like the north of Puerto Rico, you know the biggest pain is that it's so humid that it'll take you ages to dry off naturally. So you have to, get a towel to dry off, have a shower ready to be comfortable. If you want to be comfortable, but here it's so dry that you dip into the beach. 20 minutes later, you're already dry off. whatever material you're using. Ofufuto says today is quite humid though. It's about 50%. Oh, interesting. That's why my hair is a bit frizzier. Still pretty dry though. Any rain coming, says Ludo? Not rain, but apparently it's going to get very windy the next few days. So I think I'm going to enjoy the beach today before it gets too windy to go to the beach. Wow. There's these bars and restaurants here as well. You should go to Irmol Poli Siros, says Dr. Tesla, to see some really interesting neoclassical architecture. Yeah, so many people have been telling me about Siros. I appreciate people recommending it to me. I really do need more time. It'll be impossible to see everything, but these recommendations are very helpful. I know either what to see now or what to see next time I come. Because I think there will be a next time. I'm loving the islands. MW says, will you live there or would New York keep calling you back? New York is my home, but would I live in Greece for a few months? I think so. I think so. Maybe not in the islands, but in the mainland, Athens, yeah, it sounds like a fun place to live for a few months. I should take the local bus as Spaios to go to Nusua. No, Nausua. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but thank you. Yeah, I heard those. Is that beach good? Is that beach rocky or is it sandy? Do let me know. I don't even know how to get back to the local bus. I'll figure it out. Ofofuto says, where are you going next? You gotta stay tuned, Ofofutos. Where I go, who knows? Is it Siros? Is it Ikalia? Is it Amorgos? Lefkada? Crete? Samothraki? Who knows? Din says, here looks like Santorini. Oh, yes, it does.
No cars can come here. And Sarah just checked out this little coffee shop.
So Din says, here looks like Santorini. This is the reason I want to visit Paros today. I'm so happy there's cell phone reception here. Evangeli also recommends Andros, Caristios, Chios, Ohios, Kos, Dinos, I think is another one. Oh, are we back on the shops? Oh, that was a cool twist and turn that led over to the main shopping area. Beautiful dresses right over here. Someone's getting dressed up. Oh, wow. This is like an old style general goods store. Seems to be a very old store. Look at the photo. Helen says, "Oh, so beautiful. I always wanted to go here, Ariel." Hey, yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah, if you want a taste of Santorini, Paros is a good bet. Uh, if you don't want to spend all the money in Santorini. Cool thing is, for my research, if you're staying either in Paros or Naxos, it is doable to take a day trip to Santorini. It takes about 2 hours to get to Santorini, and there are ferries that come back about 4 or 5 p.m. So you can spend at least a few, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 hours maybe maximum in Santorini, which I think suffices if you want to see the main town. You won't be able to see the sunset, unfortunately, but if you just want to do one day, but it is doable. El Greco says Kalimonos and Amulani. Wow, we have a lot of islands people are recommending. All right, everyone, I'm gonna stay here for a year. Just gonna continue island hop. Little coffee shop here. Oh, I think we walked by this. Oh, we just went to Gigantic Circle. Well, that's awesome. How far ahead do you plan your travels, Marie? I have right now 2 weeks planned ahead. I kind of stopped there. Things are getting very expensive in August. There's tourists from Europe and the US, and then there's tourism from the Greeks. So I had to book ASAP. But I'm confident that after that, I'll be okay with not booking too far ahead. Okay, so that was like the little old town. It was nice. I assume there's a few more twists and turns we could have gone through, but you got the gist of it. It's gorgeous, and seems to be some shopping here. Some places have coffee, relax, bakeries, bars. Maybe a few taverns seem to be open, but it seems like more of the life comes out on night. But let me know if you want to continue this live video. I'm not sure if cell phone reception is going to last, but potentially to take one of the tiny little ferries over to the beaches. So let me know if you want to see some good beaches, because I heard the beaches here are really cool, really good. Lou says, now let's go for a swim. Janet says, yes, please. It's funny because Paros, Naxos, and Mykonos and Santorini are have a more similar style and architecture, while Syros is more neoclassical. It's another world of architecture. Yeah, Syros sounds amazing. Yeah. I did not plan for Syros. I'm not sure if it's doable for a day trip, but yeah. Tanya says, beach, please. Marie says, yes. Yes, please. Ellie says, thank you. Susie says, yes, go on. Kimberly says, yes, please continue. Evangelie says, also visit Corfu. Yeah, a lot of cool places to go. All right, so now I need some of the Greek viewers, Evangelie, Ofofutos, we have a few others, at Greco. What beaches do you recommend? Which one should I stop at? Which ferry direction should I go? And crossing fingers, hopefully there's cell phone reception as we go. I'm confident that there'll at least be some on the water. But if there's not, I hope you enjoyed this live video. But now let's do part 2. Going out into the water of Paros. Ariro says, you won't regret the beach. I'm glad. Glad I won't regret those beaches. You know, I've never regretted any beach. Actually, I have, but yeah. Hey, Daryl says, Walking Commuter's here. Hey, Walking Commuter, nice to see you here. Welcome, hope you're doing well. I think Walker Commuter moved. So I hope you're enjoying life wherever you end up moving to. Let me buy some water though, 'cause I'm gonna be thirsty. Are you hoping to live in Greece now, says Tanya? I would totally have a second home like Tom Hanks does in Greece. Maybe Athens, Thessaloniki, or one of these islands.
Εννοείται. Πρέπει να μου λείπουν 5 λεπτά για να κάνουμε το 12.
Any cold water left?
Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
No? Okay. All right, thank you. All right, they ran out of cold water. Futu says goes to Confikulimiphitres. Tres. Oh. Mouthful. I was having an easier time pronouncing things in Athens, but now things are getting very complicated with these words. All right, I need water. Buy one here. Just the water. Yeah. Just one, yeah. If I so. All right. All right, so in Greece you really do have to take your time, especially if you're coming to a cafe and there's a lot of people. All right. Hi, when does the next ferry depart?
At 4:30 in 23 minutes.
In 23 minutes. Okay.
Yes.
And when does it come back? Like, what's?
So it's every 30 minutes until 5:45, and after every hour until 8 o'clock, 8:15.
Oh.
But you have to know, do you want to go to Krios or Marcello?
Not sure. Which one do you recommend
Yeah,
for
well,
beach?
today, normally in Krios it's only organized beach,
Okay.
and today there is no sunbeds and the restaurant is closed. So maybe it's
I
better
see.
to go to Marcello.
Mykonos,
Which
okay.
is bigger, you have some free space if you want to lay on the sun, one beach bar and two restaurants with sunbeds, umbrellas.
Oh, good. And that leaves in 23 minutes?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'll get one ticket, please. Return as well.
Yeah, €9, please.
By card, please.
Yes, up. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Take a photo of these because it's
Yes.
a bit confusing, you know, it's every 30 minutes and then every hour.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
okay.
See what I mean? Yeah.
All right.
And always be there a few minutes before the time.
Okay,
Yes.
we'll do. What's that little? Okay, perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can I hop in already? Awesome. Cool. All right, everyone. We're going to the beach live. So it is a bit more expensive than Kufunasia. Here's €9. So definitely prices a little bit higher here in Paros. But let's see if the beach is worth it. One of them, apparently the restaurant's closed, which is very interesting. No sunbeds. I wonder what happened there. But the other one has one place open. So we'll see if it's good. We gotta wait 23 minutes now. All right. Wendy says, how long is the ride? I'm not entirely sure, but it shouldn't be too long because we're still in the same island. I'm not sure how far it goes around the island. Dindin says, I don't find the price to be too bad. No. Well, from American perspective or Western European perspective, it is a good deal. What is it like for older visitors? It's tough to visit Greece if you have mobility issues. If you're comfortable walking around in uneven pavement, hot weather, Little shade, pretty dry. Um, if you can handle it at whatever age, you'll be okay. But if you do have mobility issues or you might not be able to walk so fast, Greece is going to be very challenging. It's not the most accessible country. It's easy to travel around if you are capable. But if you're not, you gotta really take it slow. Really try to research deeply into what are the easiest islands to visit. I don't think there's that many, so I don't know too well. But even Santorini was pretty daunting in terms of mobility. Just Vibe says you need a scooter. Yeah, I'm just gonna take the boat, but yeah, scooter would be nice as well. There's a couple there. You're close to 200 people, so I think it's a win. Infinity, hey, Infinity, that's awesome. I'm so glad 200 people are tuning in. There's a live cam on the windmill behind you. Oh, that's so cool, Sean. And those Greek island names are tongue twisters. They indeed are. They indeed are. And Vasilio says Thasos Island. Oh yeah. I'm not sure what Thasos Island is. Do let me know. And Marie says we're in Paros. Yeah. We are indeed in Paros. So we gotta wait about now 18 minutes or so. So feel free to ask me any questions as we're waiting. You should do sunrise live, says Sofufutos. I don't want to wake up that early. There'll be nothing to do at the sunrise. Nothing opens that early. Can I explain to you why the sunbeds and restaurants are closed, says Demetrius. Yeah, they broke the law of using 30% of the beach and let 70% of the beach free for people. Oh wow. So Paros, they were trying to take ownership of the beach. That's interesting. That's why I've heard that there was a controversy here in the Greek islands with beach bars taking too much of the beach, kind of almost privatizing it. Marie says scooters are for the elderly. Even then, you'll have to go steep hills, sharp turns, so it could be rather daunting. I would, if you are elderly, I would either recommend an organized tour that has everything planned out, maybe from Rick Steves, if you are American or Canadian, or otherwise take it very slow, really a lot, 2-3 weeks here. MZ says, does your beard make you feel more hot? No, beard actually protects you from the sun, so it's awesome. I don't need to put sunscreen in this area of my face, and then beyond that, beard actually keeps you cool. And that's why in some desert cultures, like the Arabian Peninsula, you do see men with very big, shaggy beards. It keeps you cool in the heat. Also protects you from the sun. Why do I expect you to start explaining about every building there, says Infinity? Well, because you watch my shorts. I did not do that deep research into the architectural history of Paros. I do know that there's Venetian influence here, but I don't know too deeply about Paros. So for my live videos, I tend to take a little bit more chill. Sometimes I do intense history, but for the short videos, that's where you can watch my history. How many reptiles have you encountered? Very few. I saw tiny little lizards in Koufounisia yesterday. Really didn't see any lizards in Naxos. So not too many, and they're very tiny. How easy is it to plan a Greek island trip? If you're going to Santorini or Mykonos, you gotta book way in advance because things are gonna get very expensive. If you're going to any of the other Greek islands, so far as I know, it's fairly easy to just be spontaneous. You can do it very last minute. Just do know that mid-August is peak season for Greek tourism. So if you're going to the lesser known islands, it's going to also be very packed. So do plan ahead in mid-August. But I'm assuming most of the rest of the year, you'll be okay. Last minute planning. The Greek islands are fairly easy to hop around. The ferries are so gigantic that they really don't get sold out, as far as I know. And then there's a lot of boat tours here. So once you get to these major islands with tourist infrastructure, like Naxos, Paros, I assume there's other ones out there, you'll be able to easily hop around with a boat from beach to beach. And rather spontaneously. You don't need to plan too heavily, but do wake up early if you want to see more of the historical sites, because things do close a bit early, and most of the bus tours to get to the historical places do start very early in the day. Quad says, your streams in Greece are contributing to my desire to retire there from Canada. Hey, Quad, I'm so happy I'm inspiring you to retire here in Greece. Kathy says, September is a great time to go. Yeah, indeed it is. Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Highly recommend going in September. And Kathy says, I see a lot of cats in Greece. Yeah, there's a lot of cats in Greece. That's true. Hey, Susie says, cool white shirt. Literally, I just bought it today at one of the shops in Naxos. 100% linen. It's very cool. I couldn't wear anything with any color because it was getting way too hot, and I needed something a little bit baggier. So yeah, this is very good. It cost me quite a lot, 50 euro. I assume if I were to gone to a more local shop, I would have gone for like 25. But yeah, 50 euro. How likely do you get spotted by subscribers? In New York City happens quite often. In Athens it happened a few times. Not in the Greek islands yet. Isabel says, are you looking to comment? I was just going to comment about the linen shirt. Oh, thank you so much. Susie says, I love the shirt. Yeah, getting to that Greek island spirit. Susan says, perfect shirt for that kind of environment. Yeah, this is a softer linen too. It's not too hard as some linens can feel rather scratchy. This one's nice and soft. And I assume it'll dry better after going to the beach. Crossing fingers. Isabel says, very handsome. Thank you so much. I think a ferry has arrived. Caroline says, looks good against your tan. Oh, thank you so much. Evangeline says, it looks good on you. Thank you. Also, white color summer in the island. Yeah. So a lot of people now going into the ferry. I'm not sure where that one's going. That one appears to be a slow ferry. The fast ferries tend to be much smaller in size. Are there a lot of Greek are the Greek islands touristy? There's a few. Mykonos and Santorini are the two top touristy ones. Paros is the second. Naxos is getting pretty touristy. But there's a lot of Greek islands if you want to escape the tourists. Corfu Nicaea was okay touristy, but it was still pretty empty and quiet, so it was a nice island to hang out in. Isabel says, I believe white reflects the heat away from your body. It really does. It really does. I feel way cooler than I do with my patterned cotton shirts, which were absorbing way too much heat. I was getting way too sweaty. But stay tuned, everyone. I will be covering more of the not so touristy islands, at least when it comes to foreign tourism. Hopefully I'll be going to even some more remote islands, maybe. And you will see an extremely super crazy popular island as well. Dindin says the ferries leave from Athens. Yeah, a lot of ferries leave from one of two major ports in Athens. Piraeus is the main one, and I'm not sure what the other one's called. Lufunia. And Susie says a cloud finally. Yeah, in these mountainous islands, there's a few clouds that linger in the sky, especially towards the night, on top of the mountains. How far away is the beach? I'm not sure yet. Don't know. Apparently the ferry passes every 30 minutes, so I think I just came here right when the other ferry passed. So I think that's why we're waiting. But that's good. It passes frequently. And I have to go back to Naxos because I am staying in Naxos. So this is just a day trip for me. And I have to be back for my ferry. Luckily it passes every 30 minutes, which is good. Pamela says, can you swim? No, I don't know how to swim. Evangelie says, how far is the beach? I'm not sure. Janice says, opposite weather in New York City right now. It's very muggy. Yeah, New York City was getting super muggy when I was there a month ago. And I'm kind of loving the dry heat over here as opposed to the muggy, humid heat of New York. Has anyone come up to you thinking you're a tour guide because of the mic? Yeah, it happened to me in the Acropolis. A Chinese woman who was solo traveling thought I was a tour guide and started asking me about columns. And I told her, like, I do know about the columns, but I told her, no, I'm not a tour guide. We only had 3 days of dry weather, says Susie, in New York City. Oh no. Vasilios says, I recommend Arki Island. Cool. And Ty says, hello from Fiji. Ooh, wow, you're watching from Fiji. I've always wanted to visit Fiji. Maybe Fiji will be the next place that will blow my mind in terms of beaches and tropical or hot weather places. Spayo says that Paros Island is amazing and special. Yeah, I can imagine. Apparently taxis here are not too expensive. So. Marie says, shows that wherever Ariel goes, he takes good weather with him. Yeah, when I traveled in 2021, I had nearly 2 whole months of sun, which was wonderful. And then also last year, when I traveled 4 months and a half, I had nearly 4 months of sun. I barely recall seeing rain the entire trip. Demetrius says Tom Hanks lives in Antiparos. He does indeed, at least during the summer. And he's been frequently seen in Antiparos. Apparently, he's like part of the community now over there, as far as I heard. Have you visited any churches or monasteries? Yes, I visited a monastery in Mistras, in the Peloponnese, right by Sparta, and it was really gorgeous. Um, it will be featured on my vlog of the Peloponnese coming out later this week, so stay tuned for that. But yes, you'll learn about monastery, so stay tuned.
Και λέει χάρισμά σου πάρτε. Ακόμα το κοπάδι που έκανε, είναι 30 μέτρα παραλώς, δεν σου πάει με τίποτα. Λοιπόν, να δώσω. Κάτι ήθελε να το πω με το φίλο το κάνω. Και πήραμε αγωνία.
Are these like beaches on the islands or these are off island?
All right, so the engines are running. I think now, finally, we are off. These guys came just a tad late. massive side indeed, yes. Infinity says I can crash in a subscriber's home every time I'm there. Yeah, in the Peloponnese I stayed with a viewer and now friend Evan, who I collaborate with a few times as well. So he was very hospitable. Actually, I was supposed to stay in his home, but unfortunately there was no air conditioning, so I ended up staying in Airbnb. But I went to his home, had food a few times with his family, so it was very wonderful. So right now we're approaching the second beach. This one has a lot of sunbeds here. Susie says Staten Island is next. Nope. If only Staten Island had beaches like these. Infinity says, have you ever thought about talking to locals about legends? Sometimes I have in my own personal conversations. Live video, it's a bit awkward to really seek out to chat with random people. Some people are better at it. I'm not the best at that. And it depends on the culture. Not all cultures have some type of urban legends. Greece is not really a country with too many urban legends. In Bengali says, enjoy, I'm also going for a swim. Ah, in Bengali, that's so cool. Enjoy the swim. Which one's this one? What's this? What? Marcelo. Okay. Okay, so yeah, the next beach that was on the stop, which the two ladies stayed, that one is the beach that not much is happening because they closed down the restaurants. But here, there's a beach bar, so let's see it. Chris says, Ariel inspires me to travel the world. Hey, Chris, I'm so happy I am inspiring you to travel the world. Okay, so yesterday I went to some of the more spectacular beaches I've ever seen in my entire life in Kufunisia. This is not Kufunisia. I heard that Paros has some excellent beaches. I wonder which ones they are, the ones that people mentioned. But this does look like a very nice beach. And that seems like a more clubby vibe with the electronic music playing in the distance. Chris says this will be a second time. Oh, cool, in Japan. Oh, that's awesome. Enjoy it. Kim says, ooh, pretty. Did you bring a bag with a towel? No, not this time. Not this time. I just brought myself a, just my camera equipment. It's nice. It's pretty. Though I'm already missing Kufunisia, which was wonderful. What's the name of this beach again? It's the names. The kid was speaking so low that I didn't catch the name. I think I need to go further away for better beaches. Janice says rough but pretty, yeah. Oh, they're disappointed. But I bet there's other better beaches around the island. This one has to go further out. What's the water temperature, says Isabel? The water tends to be pretty cool, which is great. But it's cool, but you'll get used to it very quickly. Oh wow, people are gonna have a tough time. Oh wow. Oh, look at that, wow. Ooh, sorry. Infinity says, how does it feel live streaming in the beach? This beach is pretty packed, so it feels a bit awkward, to be honest. But it's really cool with the views. It's amazing. Is it safe to leave unattended? Yeah, generally it is. Yeah, there's very little petty theft in the Greek islands. From what I've heard, I felt rather safe. Yesterday I felt rather safe. Here's pretty packed, but since the beach is so close to where you'll leave your stuff, I feel a little bit more confident. But yeah, that's the yeah, it feels good to just leave your stuff. It's not too bad. Unpredictable beach look calm. Yeah, it looked calm and then boom, just sudden waves flooding everyone's locations. All right, let's see what's up here. No cities to explore here, says, oh, No, like no. We're off, off the beaten path. Like houses here. I gotta wait 30 minutes for the next ferry back. Get a deep Capricorn tan on, yeah. Infinity says, how confident do you feel like talking to a stranger? I get this question asked a lot. I don't really like interviewing strangers on live video if it doesn't happen naturally. I don't like forcing it, so I don't do it. There's of course other live streamers that are better at it, but I'm not that type of live streamer. But in general, talking to strangers, it's awesome. People here in Greece are very friendly. Unfortunately, that kid on the boat didn't seem so friendly, but a lot of people just in general are very friendly here in Greece. So you can easily just chat someone up. It's not really a small talking culture per se, but you can chit chat, you can have some nice jokes and have a good time. It's very easy to just approach people or ask them questions in a restaurant or someplace. There's some monument up there. I wonder what that is. Are you wearing your Converses? Says Tanya. I have Converses with me in the place I'm staying at, but no, I'm wearing sandals, Nike sandals. Yeah, right there, with swim trunks. All right, not much to see here. I wouldn't recommend this beach. Go to Kofunisia for beaches, 100%. Hopefully, maybe as I continue my journey, I'll find better beaches. Or maybe there's better beaches in Paros. I just need to rent a scooter or something. I'm gonna take the ferry back, head back to the main town. Maybe I'll consider renting a scooter or an ATV to explore more of the island. But thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I hope those are comfortable. These are super comfortable. Highly recommend the sandals from Nike. They strap on, they have good grip, lots of good bounce, so I don't feel too much of the, maybe like when I go rocky ground, I don't feel it too much. And then the cool thing is they dry up pretty quickly, especially in this weather. So I can dip them into the beach or later on wash them in the shower, and they dry maybe in an hour. They're fairly dry, maybe a little bit less depending on how much you're walking. So really, really great sandals. John says, thank you. Go where the music is playing. That's a beach bar. Unfortunately, that music is very popular music. So I would get demonetized. But it does look like a nice scene. Though I'm not really a fan of those more clubby bars. I don't feel like sitting down and listening to top 40 electronic music while at the beach, personally. Ariel, your shoes are great. Go Rocks. And thank you. You are the best as usual. Thank you so much, John, also for tuning in. Do you use a special portable hotspot for good internet? No, I use a local SIM card. I also buy eSIMs. Sometimes they're pretty good. So I tend to buy multiple SIM cards. So some work better than others in some places. So it's very unpredictable, but local SIM cards are the best way to get the best internet. It's just because you're a big guy and they don't have a chance to be rude with you. Oleg saying, talking to strangers. No, I mean, there is always that factor into play, but people here in Greece are generally nice. People are very nice here. Very friendly, very hospitable. You feel welcomed. I've seen that with my female friends that I know that have visited Greece. They told me the same thing. And are you going to cool off in the water while you wait? I'm not sure. This beach does not really strike my fancy, unfortunately. I think I was spoiled yesterday by Kufunusia. I was really, really deeply spoiled by Mind Blowing Beach. Naxos has amazing beaches too. This one just really disappointed me. But it is a beautiful beach if you're not looking for too much. But Like the other beaches, they had a little bit more space, and the sand was a bit clearer, and the water was a bit clearer, so it was nice to take a dip. You look Greek right now with that shirt and flowing in the wind. And Chris says Kalispera. Hey, Chris. And kisses and hugs from Mykonos in Greece. So everyone, I will leave you here. Stay tuned. I'll be doing random lives. Maybe more today. I think I have a long journey ahead here in Paros. And more in the other islands as well. And then, of course, you'll be learning about the places I stay. I still have yet a few posts to put up. I have a lot of short videos up. So YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok, they're all the same videos posted on all platforms. Sometimes I have slightly longer versions on Instagram and TikTok. Go Urbanist Live on my Instagram, or right here on YouTube, you can watch the short videos and learn more extra fun facts about these cities and places all around Greece. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in. I hope to find a better beach, and if I do, I will make some content out of it, and you'll see it. Everyone, keep being awesome, and always keep on exploring. Have a great day. MZ says, sorry about the beach. No, no worries. It's always good to experiment. Luckily, I'm close. I can take the ferry back. All right, everyone. Yes.